So yeah, this is the podcast. We're back with Dave, with me. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of nothing to talk about.
Let's see what rabbit hole we go down.
Well, we know tonight. Firstly, we want to get out of the way tonight. Is it a fight night tonight with UFC? Yeah. But we've got Birmingham's own Jake Hadley, I think he's became a champion in 2 different organisations in the UK already. I think it's like one was Cage Warriors or something like that, Rage Warriors, and then another one. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But he's he's Birmingham's own. Dana White seems to like him, so yeah, good luck. I think that's looking well.
He looks good as well.
He looks good. He's got good jiu-jitsu, hasn't he? So,
he's a proper good ground guy.
Yeah. So and it's mad. It's just mad to see someone from Birmingham. Even like you got Leon Edwards and that. Imagine you had two. I never know what Leon Edwards could do next as well. That's another thing. Yeah.
That's true. Where's the activity from Leon Edwards lately?
Yeah, isn't he any next for Usman? Am I right?
Well, he was meant to be, but now I'm thinking on someone else for Usman. I don't know who it was. It was Kamzat, was it?
Yeah, but Kamzat is. I think he might be fighting Diaz.
Yeah. Which, let's face it, that they're just throwing Diaz to the walls, aren't they?
Yeah, so
literally.
Yeah. He is good though, man. I like him. What do you think about his last fight with Burns?
Mate, it was a test for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he's a good
steamrolling.
Yeah, I think he
just a reality check, wasn't it? You know what I mean? You're not gonna steamroll this division, like.
It was a bit of a shame, to be fair. Like he won, but you know what I mean. Like it would have been the cherry on the cake. If he steamrolled it, it would have been like Usman's finished. Like you know, but now it's like it seems like a fair fight now, doesn't it? Like, whereas I think the legend of the Kamzat was getting very, very scary. I mean, I'm still scared of him. Like, I'm still thinking
he's absolutely... He's brutal, mate.
Brutal. But
everything behind every shot, it's just, you can hear it.
And then he'll pick you up, take you over to the boss.
Demand a title shot.
He's a talent. All right, and what about I was to skip forward what's happened recently. Last week, I think it was. I mean, I would actually say it was the most boring fight in the UFC's history. Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza. I mean, he created a new champ. Carla Esparza became a champion. It's like, yeah, there you go, baby. You know what I mean? It's nice to have a new champ, but I mean, I'm sick of seeing Rose Namajunas cry, but can't lie. But yeah.
After that fight, if I was down, I would have went, none of you are getting about.
Yeah.
None of you.
Well, so
absolute
she won the fight on takedowns, really, yeah? Would you say? And was the on about 3 or 4 takedowns, maybe? Is that what the win based on, do you reckon? Who would
Probably.
Who would you have given the fight to?
I wouldn't have.
Would you have given a draw?
Yeah, I would have went as far as a draw. Just don't. Yeah.
Is that because you're angry or because the actual score?
It's just
anger.
It's just anger.
Like he went in and just dragged it. Nah, no one. Ripped the belt off.
Yeah, not one person is having this belt. Used to were boring.
It was a shame, man. I'm not a fan of Rose anyway. I never have been. I'm not gonna lie. Like.
Yeah.
It's sometimes like, you know, in fighting, I do look past people's personality and who they are and how they act and stuff like that. But when someone grinds your gears, they grind your gears, and she's
that's it, man. And it's not good having. Is it Pat Barry as a coach?
I don't know.
Like it's her husband, boyfriend, or whatever. It's not good, man. Mixing love. And...
I tell you what I do like though. That girl from Liverpool, Molly.
Molly McCann.
Molly McCann, yeah, isn't it? Yeah. I posted a thing on my TikTok about her, and it got about 80,000 views talking about asking Dana White when's he gonna sign her up in boxing. She's like, when are you gonna sign me? And he said, I'm never stepping on Dana White's toes. And but it got loads of. I put a poll out, and it got about like we can check the poll now actually. One moment, let me have a look at the poll. Let me get this out. So I done a poll on TikTok. Basically, Molly McCann, would you like to see Molly McCann in boxing? Had a fair few votes. So I can tell you the results on that. So what did we get? So Would you like to see Molly McCann in the ring? 75% said yes, 25% said no. The amount of votes for the viewers out there was 2,965 said yes and 983 said no. That's for the viewers at home. So yeah, it's one of them. I'd like to see her in boxing. I'd like to see her in women's boxing. You had Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano.
I just think they should let everybody do anything they want.
Yeah, of course.
Do it. Right.
Yeah, maybe, or
no
maybe
contract. Just
but maybe now with this new world, how it's becoming, maybe give people something in the contract. If you go and fight for something, I get a piece of the pie. Maybe like that. I get,
obviously people get,
like
sorted.
Let's just say, Molly McCann did want to go and fight someone in boxing. Dana White gets 15% or something. You can say, yeah, fair enough. Or maybe some people at home be like jumping at the screens now. All 10 of them, all 3 of them. What's he saying it's for? But yeah, so I think they should do that. But did you watch the fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano?
I watched the highlights. I think I didn't catch the full fight. But
it was a war.
It was a good. Well, from what I've seen, it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a war. It was a war. It was more. It was like you would say the Ward Gatti of the women's fights. As far as it was like.
Are they having a rematch?
I don't believe Katie will take the rematch. In all honesty, I think when you're fighting someone with bombs like that and you win the fight, I think she should take the win. And I think she's looking at doing something against someone in UFC or something like that. I think she's got something planned like that. I think, but she's done well. It is what it is. She's brought British boxing, well, not even British female boxing, definitely, and female boxing massively. But guys, if you haven't guessed already, we're just going to be hitting off MMA, aliens, boxing, So there's so many different things we might be talking about today. It's just we haven't done it for a while. We've been away. Like I got ill before Christmas, so it's like it took a while to heal back, and now we're back. And got the all clear yesterday, so we're nice now. So. We're going to be back on track with more episodes. Get Tosh back. Tosh was away this weekend, but we thought, you know what, we've got time to do it. Let's get one done. Let's talk to you guys, tell you we're back. Round people's lately with Luke, and everyone's been saying, like, when's your podcast? Do a podcast again. Like Brad, Kieran, and Stack, and all them. They're all like, yeah, get the podcast. I'm like, yeah, of course, man. So you don't realise a few people have said things that we've said on the podcast, and I'm like, I didn't realise everyone was watching them, like especially people close friends to us, or even people who we haven't seen for years, and they're like, you're still doing your podcast now, get back on it.
That's
and
what that is.
It's really good to see like how it's evolved, and it also made me realise like we need to get back on it, keep active. Like we have got a few people coming on, like got a guy coming on, we're going to be like just trying beers, like ales and stuff like that.
Because here at Padcast, we're very versatile.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be about fighting all the time. I love boxing, I love UFC. We love UFC, we love boxing, we love all different things.
All combat.
Yeah, so but we also we're normal lads with fathers, you know what I mean? We've got kids, so why not talk about everything and anything? And then I think I need to get a few guests on, like we've got a few people with clothing brands on. We got like Recognised Real branding coming on, like I know Aaron and Trix, they both want to come on and talk about their branding, where they're taking it and stuff like that. So we've definitely got to plug that. We'll try, and if I do remember, we'll put a link in the description about where you can buy their clothing, or we might try and get some pictures up or whatnot if I can remember at the time, but when I'm editing. But with Defo, I think that they're Defo coming on soon. We'll get Liam McEwen back on, give him another interview, see where he's gone since the last interview, because since the last interview...
He's gone quite far.
Yeah, since the last interview with Liam McEwen, he's toured the UK. I'm sure he puts on gigs all the time now as well, so he's with his band Brain Food, so they're doing really well. There's so many people I know who are doing different things. Like I've got a mate Scott as well, who he had an injury in the war. He's got like a real good story to tell. Like he's just such an amazing guy, and like he's got a proper good story. He lives a good life, and like he tells you everything about, and he's inspirational. You know, and then there's a few, there's a few people who have been in touch with me, but I don't want to say, they're gonna come on or they're gonna come on and name drop and like, because in the future if it don't happen, or
we need to get a scientist on.
Yeah, a scientist. I'd love a scientist on, or even someone to do with space. I'd love someone to come on with space. Talk about space. That'd blow my mind. I mean, imagine just having someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson on, just talking about all planets, and I'd be like, I'd love it. Probably never going to happen, but we've been talking to loads of people. We've been talking to people about getting boxers, rather than getting them on, doing live chats with boxers. I think that would be a good thing if we, doing what do they call it? The video chat, I can't even remember the name.
Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom chat, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Head gone. But yeah, so that's what I think that'd be good, getting some boxers on doing that, especially, we know these Brummy UFC fighters now, maybe they're close to home and we could message them, say, look, we're from Birmingham, maybe could you give us a little, shout out, or can we have a chat? There's loads of stuff we could do.
Tell your friends to like, share, subscribe, all that.
That's it, man. Like, we're just normal people, just trying to, like, we enjoy the UFC, we enjoy boxing.
Love a good podcast.
Yeah. Oh, so what about Tyson Fury retired?
Some say he needs to fight Usyk. And AJ.
Is it truly the end?
I think it is. I think he'll take a big wad of money to come out, and they will offer him that wad of money.
Usyk beats Fury. Usyk beats Joshua. Fury stays retired and does exhibition fights. Fury beats Usyk. No, Joshua beats Usyk. Fury comes out of retirement and
punches
fights
the
Joshua.
head off Joshua. Gets all the belts.
You think?
All the belts.
He only have 3 belts in it, unless, because he's dropped the WBC because he's retired, hasn't he? So, you think Fury beats Joshua?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, that's a bet you will see when it ever happens.
For him. I think he's way
it's just a weird
for Joshua.
That's what I like about heavyweights.
Weird styles.
They're all different at the minute. And no, there's no one same. Remember, like, you got Joshua, big, bulky, just power. Even down to Joe Joyce, he's big, bulky, bit slower, but it's just power keeps coming non-stop. Then you had Deontay Wilder, who can just bang from nowhere, can get battered most of the fight and then bang. And then you've got Fury, who can just bob weave, stupidly awkward at that size, and it's mad. I'm surprised a lot of people don't go for Fury's body so much. Like, it really surprises me. Like, you'd think for someone so big, you would go for a lot more body work, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. But people just want to headhunt him, innit? They just want him down. But I do like Tyson Fury. It's just I'm not a massive fan of his personality, but I'm a fan of his boxing, definitely.
I mean, I think his personality's alright.
I'm not a fan.
It's not the worst personality I've ever seen.
I think he's a compulsive liar. So yeah, there's certain things. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to say I don't know certain things, but he's happy to claim certain things. So I just I mean, I love it when, like, he stands there and says, "Oh, I'll answer any question," and they're like, "So, did you give that money to charity for that Deontay Wilder fight?" He's like, "So any other question other than yeah, okay, nice one."
You didn't avoid that at all, mate.
No, just any other question. Just what I do with my money is what I do with my. Okay.
All right, mate, no worries.
No, let's not answer that question then. But there's, let's answer the UCAD situation. Like, you were happy to throw Dillian White as a drug cheat under the bus, but if we're going to do that, then we must throw Fury under the same bus. You know what I mean? It's only fair, isn't it? Get done
it's
for
not good, man.
If you get done for peds, you get done for peds, and that's it. Like, there's no point thinking, but you just gotta say, at the time I needed it, I thought it would help me. I was wrong, or maybe I was right, because I beat Klitschko. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying he will. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've heard John Jones is under a boxing ring, or
for 8 hours.
Octagon. It happens, it happens. But be all and end all. What happens in the ring stays in the ring, isn't it? I don't agree with anyone taking out peds to enhance things, because if someone dies in the ring and it's based
murder, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Even though, to be fair, it's still the same situation whether you've took it or not. You've still done the same thing, but you've took that advantage being stronger than someone. It's not right. It's just not, is it? But on the same thing, some people boil down to such low weights, and then in the fight they're so heavy, which even that must be dangerous. I'm not even on about for the person who's boiling down in the weight, for more the person who's fighting him, where he's fighting a double the size guy the following night.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel like that's unfair as well. That's why I get the hydration clauses and that. But then again, some of them are stupid as well. Some of them are just used to take advantage of other fighters, I believe, as well.
Do you think Oliveira scales were tampered with?
I don't get the situation. Why would they be tampered with?
Because Tony Ferguson jumped up and down on them, didn't they?
So you can't jump up and down the scales like.
Apparently not. It decalibrates them or whatever.
Oh, does it? So
apparently, I don't know.
So guys, go to your local gym, yeah. And anyone using the scales, they must be wrong then, because Highland, the ones down your local gym, they've been used so many times. The guys jumping on and off, and they must be wrong unless they get calibrated every weekend. You know what I mean? By Joe, the maintenance guy, calibrates her, comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't step on them, kid. They ain't calibrated. You know what I mean? You'd think like...
You're not the right weight on them at the moment.
Hold on, Tony. You're carrying a bit of muscle there. These UFC machines are just not good enough for you, mate.
And they're flimsy machines.
Yeah, just broke once. Sorry. These scales ain't the ones for you, mate.
Just get some digital scales. Everyone's happy then. Oh, you got no geezer doing this. Digital scales, have them. 15 quid, Argos, Amazon, whatever.
Daniel Cormier had his hands on the towel.
Yeah, he did. He admitted that, didn't he?
Well, no, he even said yesterday, like, he tweeted out, if you think I had my hands on the towel, you're an idiot or something, or something daft. And then someone...
Don't know, Dan.
Someone replied, he said he was trying to hide, because he was so close to weight, he had to have no pants, so he was just covering himself. But if you look, it's like it's daft.
And he pulls it down.
Yeah, it's daft. But he was getting picked up. You can see the veins popping in the two. Going, Jake.
What did you think of that Oliveira fight?
Do you know what? I can't knock the geezer. Like, in all honesty, I've never given him a chance in any fight he's had, I don't think. And
it's weird how far he's gone.
I've written him off in every fight. Every fight I thought the other person's going to win. And he haven't. But I'd love to see him fight Chandler again. I feel like it'd be a different story, I do. Genuinely.
Yeah, I think Chandler's figured him out.
Yeah. Well, I love Chandler. I think Chandler's really good I think he's good for UFC.
Oh, imagine him fighting Islam Makhachev. Khabib's boy.
He ain't gonna want that. He don't want that, actually, does he? That's what was said on the...
Well, he's got to go through to get to the title. Who else is he gonna fight?
No, Islam wants it.
Oh.
But apparently...
Charlie Olives don't.
Who does Olives want it? He said someone else deserves a shot. I can't remember who it was now. And then Islam has tweeted him back saying, "Boy, you're trying to skip me like on the next one." So that'd be a nice fight. I feel he has proper come far, hasn't he? So like, I haven't given him a chance in his last few fights. Like, every time I've kind of betted against him and I've been wrong. But
yeah, if
you watch the fight, it seems like they're going the way I'm saying. Like, I'm like, see what I mean?
Yeah, and knocked down.
He's just he submitted them. But yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Like, he has really, he had a few losses at first. I don't know if he just got his head down or he had to change the coach, or I don't even know what his story is, but...
I know what his story is.
Go on then.
He's had a child.
Passion.
Keeps him going.
That's it, man. That must be it then. Like, some people would find their drive in certain ways, and he probably, always a talented fighter. Obviously, to be even approached by the UFC must have been talented anyway. But... So he must have been a talented fighter, but it was hunger and maybe consistency and maybe...
When you get that drive...
And something to drive for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
Changes you, man.
It does. It does indeed.
Who else? What other fights we got?
We had something that night. There was that fight. There was you had Rose on that fight, and there was another fight during that.
Chandler. Absolutely. Yeah.
Whoosh!
I didn't even see that front kick coming. I'm not gonna lie. Well, Tony definitely didn't.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was,
He was circling away from it as well. So as he circled away, Chandler threw it.
First round, it was like Chandler got knocked down, didn't
he? Yeah.
And then didn't Ferguson go towards the ground, and then didn't Chandler get him down a bit of ground and pound then? Then the second round they got close, and he was like, before the fight even recommenced, he was like, kick bang down out.
Smell my feet.
And he didn't even jump down to punch him either, did he?
Mm-mm.
He just walk off.
Like,
no, I think he has been knocked out once, hasn't he, Ferguson?
No, he's never been knocked out.
And he's been knocked out once back in the day, I'm sure.
I think he has, man.
I'm
sure that's
but definitely in a while, as far if he hasn't, there you go. You can see that Chandler really has even. I think he's even progressed since he's joined the UFC. Even I know he's still an older person in the game, but I feel like he's seen there's a better quality here than in Bellator, and he's stepped his game up as well. Because at first I thought he might have thought not a walk in the park, but just some people have an ego. It's only natural. He's a talented fighter.
I'll tell you what fight I was looking forward to.
What's that, Dave?
Cerrone versus Joan Lozano. Never heard of him?
No.
Joe Lozano used to do Lethway. Do you know what Lethway is?
Go on.
It's a fighting organisation or fighting style where you can use headbutts, feet, elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? And it's brutal, mate. You should really YouTube that. Anyone should YouTube Lethway. But yeah, he's come from that. And the Cerrone and him were going to fight, but Cerrone got food poisoning, man.
So he didn't fight?
Yeah, but he was in a bad way, apparently.
No, to be fair.
But Cerrone is anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Well, we know food poisoning, that's the best of them down, man. The best of them. But yeah, that's bloody hell. I do like Cerrone because he's, to be fair, he's on his way out, but you want him to go out with a little bang.
That was his retirement fight. He was going to go out, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's sad, isn't it? You know what I mean? He even cried at the press conference and stuff like that. I mean, a bit emotional for the guy, I'm not going to lie.
It is. I do like Cerrone. What about John Jones? There's no...
It'll be year 2045 and people will still be saying John Jones is ready to fight a heavyweight. It's taking ages, isn't it?
Yeah, I know he's built up and stuff, but he's saying he's not doing it too quick, but it's took a while now, hasn't it?
You don't get any younger, do you? Let's face it.
And his name isn't being mentioned when fights are being called now. People are saying when Ngannou won, no one was going, oh, he's going to fight Jones next, or Jones is... It's gone quiet.
But apparently he's meant to be fighting Stipe in September.
That would be a real technical fight, that will.
100%.
Yeah. I can't imagine much takedowns in that. I can imagine that would be a more stand and bang.
Nah, Stipe ain't going to get John down. No.
And I feel like that would be more, both of them will both want to stand in that. And they both try and keep distance. But Stipe will try and get on the inside, whereas John will try and keep it long.
Distance and use his reach.
Yeah.
He's got long legs, man. And he uses that oblique kick to the knee. What hyperextend your knee backwards.
That's dirty, that is.
It's dirty, but it's legal, man. You know what I mean? If 12-6 elbow was legal, you'd use that, wouldn't you? So
yeah.
But it can...
That's obviously...
It is a brutal move, man.
That's from John Jones, he's only lost on his career, isn't he? He's from that.
He used a 12-6, mate, decision.
But if you've lost, you lost, then
it's on his record,
that's
man.
He's not unbeaten.
Dana tried getting it overturned and everything.
He's not unbeaten, is he?
Don't think so.
Yeah. If you don't see what I'm doing, guys, I'm just playing this out, trying to discredit Jones. But you
on
can't
a technicality, he's unbeaten.
Man. Yeah, he's been beaten, right, guys. So if
because when he did get disqualified, he was absolutely hammering the head off Matt Hamill.
Yeah, but he lost that fight, and during that fight, he lost, and it was due to technicality. When do you just keep rolling that? Yeah, but in that fight, he would took the lane. We just keep going on and on about it, and just let that just for about 20 minutes, just me and you saying, he done it, he didn't do it, he did do it. But no, it's a shame like that he has it because you don't want a little blemish.
He's just a shithead, isn't he?
Mm.
Just have to face it.
But he's a talented fighter. Like Khabib, the GOAT.
He's the best.
Khabib's a GOAT, that's what I'm saying.
Really,
And that's even Dave.
Don't even know how you can put him in the conversation of a GOAT.
You guys heard it here first. Dave called Khabib the GOAT.
You know, who did Khabib beat in his first 5 fights?
I don't know because it doesn't matter. Anyone fights in the first.
John Jones ran at Shogun Rua with a fucking flying knee. Who does that? No one. What did Khabib do? He fought a tin can in a ring.
It's just
in his dad's organisation.
Mate, you don't understand. Tomato cans are hard to open.
Yeah.
Especially if you have no tin opener. And there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Khabib's the GOAT.
John Jones GOAT forever.
Do you know what was mad? In all the sports, if you look at it, like at the time when Khabib was winning, like the last 5 fights, everyone was like, the next one, he's got a chance. The next Barboza's kicks, he's good. How's Khabib gonna deal? Yeah, down. There was a few for every fight where there was like, you see the look in Barboza's eyes when he fought Khabib. It was just like, when he's being I don't know what to do. And it's just like every time someone fought Khabib, it was like, ragdoll, done, whatever. And then when he goes, the next person comes along, the best ever. Imagine he fought Khabib, like this Figueroa and that. Oh, if Khabib was around, he'd be slamming him. And then it's just like every single time, it's like no one gives the old guys enough props, do they? Or you get the opposite. They give the old guys too much props, don't they?
Yeah.
Like in boxing, I don't want to go down that road, but there's a lot of legends that wouldn't be legends today, in my opinion. But then again, people would say, oh, this era wouldn't hang with this era, so you're like, there's too many bias. It's annoying. This is like, people are biased towards the fighters of their era. Like, imagine we talk about football now.
There's a reason Khabib can't be the GOAT.
Yeah. Why?
Because Ngannou would absolutely batter him, mate.
Yeah. This.
You know what I mean? Like, who's
if you want to talk about best in the world, yeah, and we're talking about best fighters in the world,
John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones or
Ngannou or Stipe even, like, fucking hell.
Or Mike Tyson at one time. Or maybe now, because that's like, they could get pulled down or whatever. But, you know, we're talking the biggest men, do you know what I mean? Your Fury, Joshua, like, these are the hardest people in the world. Like,
Khabib's probably GOAT in his weight class.
Yeah.
The GOAT in lightweight.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there's many you could... Who could you say?
Was GSP that way? No.
Welterweight.
Was it? Did he never go up to that?
Yeah, 2-weight champ.
I don't know. Was it Usman? Is it Usman there now? Is that right?
Usman's not a 2-weight champ.
Khamzat's only... Oh, I was going to say
both. He's middle and welter.
Yeah, both weights. That'd be good. I'd love him to carry on with that trend. I don't look like he is really. Don't sound like it.
He's going to go for Usman, isn't he?
That'd be a good fight. That would be one where you feel... I don't know what would happen in that. You feel like...
I really like Tom Aspinall.
Yeah? Tom Aspinall.
Beast.
The only thing is, I'm sure that his next fight, is it going to be against... Is it Dariush or something? Am I wrong?
No.
I can't remember. Basically, he's going up against someone, and no, it's not. It's that Tua. Is it Tua or something?
Tuivasa.
Yeah. So I'm not saying they are fighting, but I know that Tom Aspinall said I'll have that fight, and I know that Tuivasa will have that fight. They're two fighters. I don't want to fight before they fight for the belt against each other. I feel like that is
a strap fight.
Yeah. Yes. It's like a very, very, very good fight. That is like.
Yeah.
Someone's getting knocked down.
Someone who's swinging for the
and it's a shame, and I feel like
someone's
both of them
as well.
Both of them deserve a title shot, and I feel like if they fight each other, one won't get the title shot for a while before the other because he's lost. But He's Tom Aspinall, very, very good fighter. I do like him.
Technical. He's crisp. He's crisp on his punches. Everything snaps on the end of them.
And at that weight, it's sort of like if you're in boxing, isn't it? Like someone very heavy but very light on the feet, very technical, very dodgy, you know, as a mean dodgy, getting in and out the way of fight, punches and stuff. But he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
I want to just name a few fighters just in general who are looking good. There was a fighter, I can't remember his name, a young lad from England. He was on a few, probably about 4 or 5 fight nights ago. I could be wrong.
I know who you're on about.
I'm gonna just find him that.
Arnold Allen.
Alan Arnold.
Alan Arnold or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like he could be someone special in the future.
Yeah, he's good on the ground, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's another ground guy. We've
I
got
think
some
he
good
strikes,
ground guys,
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
we?
I think we're stepping up, because you can imagine us having worse ground. Like, you know, I don't know this is no facts here, guys, but I could imagine us having worse ground game in the past due to the Americans, not due to the Americans, but the Americans having better ground game due to them doing more wrestling. Not wrestling was in schools.
Yeah, that's what
We was
they
never
do,
had it in schools, did we? We was like mainly football, wasn't it? So I just basically, we won't just get off, have a little ramble, have a little talk about, you know, boxing. We only even spoke about Canelo and Bivol, about Canelo trying to dare to go up to a higher weights, and he was amazing beforehand, and now he's gone up to them weights.
But he's dared to dream.
Now he's gone up to them weights. He's a nobody. He's lost that.
He's having a rematch.
He's still a 4-bout world champion, isn't he?
There you go.
Yeah.
Right,
So yeah, he could go for the rematch. Not sure what would happen. Most people in boxing say the same's going to happen, blah blah blah. But you know, you feel like someone of Canelo's level, I believe.
It's like picking a lock, ain't it?
Let's see. He should be able to do it. He should be able to.
Mm.
Maybe he can, maybe he can't. But who knows? It's the fighting game, but it's exciting. That's what it is, Dave. It's exciting. That's what we love to see in fighting. I hate seeing boring fights such as Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza, which just so you know, that's a rubber match now. You know that, don't you? That's a rubber match. You want to see the trilogy?
I actually don't.
Well, why not? You might see.
Pay him not to fight.
Yeah. It's just crap. It's absolute crap fight, but there you go. Was it as crap as Ngannou versus Lewis?
Worse.
Let us know what you guys think. But thanks for checking in, guys. We will be back. We will be more on it. We will have more subjects to talk about. We will be chatting to different people. We've come more prepared. We just wanted to get one out today and make sure that we got back to you guys. Let you know that podcasting is back with Padcast. Let you know that TikTok is booming. We are hitting millions and millions of views at the moment. We're getting millions of likes. It's absolutely crazy. I'm not saying we're putting more time into that, because we're not. We're literally going to smash these out. Now you're going to see regular podcasts, regular guests.
Tosh will be back.
We might even post something that they've done a few weeks ago before this podcast, and it's basically a kick up their bum saying, come on, let's do some podcasting. Dave was doing some role play, pretending to be me, him and Tosh, and I tell you what, it was proper funny. So that's got to come out soon. But we'll be back very soon, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Pad, that's Dave. Keep it Padcast.